I'm taking credit. I'm joking. Cobb.
Dun 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 dun.
Yebo, let's do this.
The
Another
man-
Tuesday. The Vaseline of podcasts.
The man has been in the country for...
The Range Rover of podcasts. Welcome to it. You know, one thing that I was thinking about earlier today is the way that you and I, especially now that we do the intros for the podcast,
Right.
is similar to how have you ever tried to figure out how, like, if a comedian wants to make fun of how podcasters speak, is how he would, like, if it's like a satire, is how he would do it. Because of late, it's kind of feels a little more formal.
Okay.
Or is it just me?
Could be. No, but I know what you mean. I get what you mean. But let's not alienate or isolate our guest. He's traveled a long way across the world
Not for us, though.
for this podcast. Okay, I wish. I really wish he traveled like all the way from Ghana to Zambia for this podcast. But there's a man who's, let me start by saying this first of all.
Yeah.
You know when you watch someone so much on a screen, you
feel
feel
you know
like
them.
you already know the person.
Yeah,
That's how
yeah.
I'm feeling right now. Like we know each other, like we're brothers like that. You know what I mean? But our guest today is one I think many of us have seen before on YouTube. He's traveled the world, or is it actually the world? Let's say the world. He's traveled the world, and he's shown us parts of Africa that we didn't even know existed.
Exist.
You know what I mean? And I think his mission in life is to show the world the parts of Africa that are hidden from mainstream news media. You know what I mean? And here he is today, popularly known as, please slap me if I mispronounce this, Wodemaya? Wodemaya? How do you pronounce it?
Wodemaya.
Wodemaya.
Yeah.
Great.
That must be a mouthful for white people.
No, really.
You ever heard white people try to pronounce your name?
I don't think so. I mean, like, I don't even know if I have white audience, you know.
I think you do. I see the
I'm pretty
comments.
sure you do.
Maybe.
I mean, you've got the hairstyle for it. Or it's halfway there.
And I'll tell you
hilarious,
why.
yeah?
I'll tell you why I
say what?
think.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why I think you've got a big white audience. A lot of people now watch your videos to understand what's happening in Africa, the stuff that TV won't show you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I tried to get hold of you through other means. I couldn't. And I ended up calling a friend who called a friend who then gave me the number for a person that you were with. That's how difficult you were to get hold of.
Oh, really?
Really?
I don't think I'm so hard to find. It's just that, like, I barely stay at one place.
Mm.
So it's just like I'm always
Like
on
a
the
drug
move.
dealer.
Yeah.
That's crazy. No, welcome to that podcast, brother.
Thank you. Thank you
It's the
for
biggest.
having me.
It's the biggest podcast in the country, and of course, the biggest names come to this podcast.
Using any metric.
Speaking of, you never in one place
Yeah.
at any given time. I'd like to start from there.
Hold on. Big shout out to Techno,
And brothers,
the sponsors of this amazing
Yes.
podcast. In fact, my guy, yo, could you hand me? I've got a gift for you, my brother.
Okay.
I don't typically give these gifts to people that I don't like. There you go. A brand new
a brand new phone.
Oh, wow.
The only other person that we gave this to was
Bien
from Saudi Soul.
Nice.
And you're the second person.
Big shout out to Soul Soul. Kenyan, right?
Kenyan,
Yes.
And he tells me that he was also a brand ambassador for Techno, like I am.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
Brand ambassador for Techno.
yes, sir.
I hope they're giving you very good money.
Oh yeah. So enjoy your new,
Thank you.
your new
Thank you.
techno.
Also,
Spot 40.
a
Thank
big
you.
shout out to Brothers Mocktails, of course. And you know, by the time we air this, would have been with Brothers for exactly 2 years. By the day we air this episode, Brothers would have been with us, and you've been seeing them on the screen. Give us some horns, please. Would have been with us for exactly 2 years, and also they have one more addition to the 4 flavors that we've been talking about. Okay, that's the cola, lemon and cola mix.
Yep.
Beautiful, beautiful drink. Taste it. Have a feel of it
2
today.
years is. I know relationships in this day and age don't even go past 6 months. Imagine 2 years.
Also,
I don't know how relationships are in Ghana, my guy.
2 years?
2 years is a long time, ain't it?
I think so. 6 months. Sometimes a day. You know.
Sometimes a day, right?
do you not call it a relationship, or is that a fling now?
I know a day.
Well, that's a relationship.
A day relationship.
That's a
right?
full-blown relationship.
We
You
dated
met,
for a
you fell in
day.
love, you
Yeah.
argued, you broke up.
Exactly.
24 hours is a long time.
Exactly.
One more shout out, guys. I know you're getting impatient. One more shout out to the Quorum, the beautiful place that's giving us this venue where we record the podcast from. They have amazing hotel rooms, conferencing spaces, and we couldn't
An
find a
amazing
better
lounge.
place to host our international guest today than the Quorum. And of course, a gym that's got world class equipment. All the equipment that you can dream of in a gym is right
Yeah,
here
buddy.
at the Quorum. So come and pay for your membership. We've got tiers. Come through, not tears from the eyes, like, tiers that you can pay for depending
Use
on what
smaller
you can
words,
afford and what you want from the Quorum. So come through to our reception, find out more about this place, and become a member of the Quorum. Even if you're not a member, there's things that you can still enjoy. So come here, find out more about the Quorum. Getting into it, I was asking about how your travels.
Yeah.
You mentioned to Elson that you never found in one place at any given time.
Yeah.
I want to understand, for somebody who would want to travel like you, how do you manage that life?
In terms of.
How do you afford to travel? Because many of us have to plan 2 years to get to,
Oh, wow.
yeah, you know what I mean,
Who's
to go to
bringing
one
us?
holiday.
I don't think I've ever planned my trip. I just wake up, buy the ticket, and fly.
Where you get the money from?
YouTube.
YouTube pays you.
YouTube don't pay you for the podcast?
Well, they do, but not as much as you make.
Maybe you're
How
not
much
doing
you
the right
making?
thing then.
How much you making?
I'll tell you that offline. But it's good money.
Is it above $10,000?
That's too little, bro. Yeah, that's too
That's
little.
too little.
Yeah, too little. But we'll talk about that later. But too little.
My man. Well, hold on. Is Ghana monetized?
Yeah, Ghana is monetized.
So is that where you registered your channel in Ghana? Or
No, so I started my channel in China, which China was not monetized that time. So I had to change the location from China to the UK.
Australia pays more. I don't know if you know this.
No, it all depends on not even the location of the channel, but the audience of the channel.
Right.
The views that you get, where the views are coming from. And also, it also depends on the kind of videos you make. So what kind of videos do you make with podcasts that you're making, if it's about financing? But if it's about like comedy, you kind of get paid very less.
So where do you get most of your views from? Like what country?
The US, the UK, Australia.
Those are very wide countries, bruh.
But the thing is, like, I create content in Africa, but most of my audience are Africans out of Africa.
Right.
Especially the Caribbean, like the Caribbeans also got very high CPM. So because of that, you get to pay more money. Yeah.
Okay.
So what do you think, when it comes to content creators, what do you think content creators can learn from you to help us grow the way you've grown?
I think I always say it's about collaboration, not competition. Content creators always want to compete. And the competition, for me, it's not healthy, because what I don't know. And I can learn from you. But everybody is trying to be like, yo,
Compete,
I
yeah.
am big in my own way. But if you can humble yourself, have a conversation with a fellow creator, know that, hey, I'm making certain mistakes that if I asked you before, I won't be making the same mistakes. So what I do is, like, I talk to creators a lot. It's just that I decided to just step back a little bit, because I feel like all of them just want to compete. That's the most important thing for them. But if you're a creator, look around you. The content around you. Create something that is relevant. Try to be you, not to be anyone else.
Yep.
Because a lot of creators get lost because they see people doing stuff and they want to do the same.
do it.
At the end of the day, you lose yourself while doing it, because that's not what you enjoy doing. I define content creation as doing what you love and getting paid doing what you love.
So who are you collaborating with in Zambia? Well, apart from us.
You know, like I posted online that I really want to collaborate with people, but almost all the content creators that I was being recommended to were comedians, which I don't do comedy. But I kind of support few creators. I think I'm going to the north, and I'm meeting this lady called Olivia Banda. So I discovered her page, and I'm like, oh my goodness, how come a lady like that don't have followers? You know, so she had 22,000 people following her. Then I posted her. So after 22, I think she's 33K right now. After I put, yeah, in a day from 22 to 33K. That's how powerful my audience
she did post about it. I remember.
She even
did
like,
post about it.
Like I just asked, and people recommended her. So I checked her channel. I'm like, this is something that I'm interested in because I'm looking for guys that do exactly what I do and then share my audience to them.
Our YouTube channel is at 90,000. Exactly, flat as of Monday. We moved from 89
Can we
to
get
90.
10,000 from you?
Can we get 10,000 from you? Like 10,000 subscribers right now.
So far as you post the video and you let me know you've posted it,
We'll send you the link. You post the link.
Consider it
Say
done.
less.
Great. Like, no, I mean, if you grow a community,
Right.
they're always there to support you. There's difference between being famous and being an influencer. You can be famous and you don't have influence.
That's true. And that's a lot of you know what's crazy?
Dwell more on that. Dwell more on that. Dwell more on that. Dwell more on that. Dwell more on that.
You can be
We
you
see a
can
lot
be
of that.
famous without having influence. Yeah.
We spoke
break it
about
down.
that last week, actually.
Yes.
When it comes to Pompey, if you've seen the influence that he's had in terms of the number of companies that are now jumping on the crocodile thing, that's influence.
Yep.
I don't. Have you paid attention to
No,
that?
I did. It's just that I don't want to get myself involved in local politics.
No. What's your thinking? Never mind the politics to do with that. But what's your thinking around an establishment which is pushing their services to tourists,
Yeah.
right? And they don't properly display the times that you are allowing your last call, if I could call it that. And when you show up before the time that they close, they then tell you you're too late. What was your take on the whole thing?
I think considered the kind of person he is. You should allow him to do what do what he has to do, because I believe that him coming in there, even just a photo, would change the story of the entire place. I mean, I don't know the full story, but based on what you told me, even if you're late, someone like that, if I have an establishment, I'll allow you to enter, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna tap into your numbers. I'm not allowing you see, sometimes also owners of certain places don't understand the influence of people with social media platforms.
Yeah.
They don't know how extent a post can get to, right? So being late, if I own a property like that, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna break the rules for you, because at the end of the day, I know whatever you do in here will affect my business.
Do you know why your insight is very valuable right now?
Yeah.
My man, I want you to just Google this. The number of tourists that have been to Ghana. Just quickly Google that. Ghana right now in Africa is one of, I think, the top 3 or so countries that has got the most tourists coming in. And I kept reading very ignorant statements from people. And I kept saying, one thing that we need to learn is when you look at countries that are getting the most tourists and how they do things, it is different to what Zambians are encouraging. You come from Ghana, and your sentiment is different to what people are saying. I posted a photo of Joburg Zoo that says they open from 8 until 5:30, but then the last people to go in should go in at 4. They're getting a lot more tourists than Zambians are. Right, so... Yeah, but back to Kalinga's question, where he says just dwell a bit more.
I wanted you to dwell more on influence and fame.
Yeah. So I just want to tell creators, right? Whenever you want to build a platform, focus on building a community. That community develops into the real influence. But there are people that just want to be famous without having what? Influence. Imagine just doing a video and it goes viral in a day. That's not influence. That's like you got famous like from one click. But if you take your time, build the audience, that is where your purchasing power is. I can sell a house today, like do a video about a place and I'll sell 60 houses at a goal. I'm not even bragging. This is the
Just
platform
facts.
that I have,
It's facts.
right? Just because I've built what? A community that trusts you, a community that really respect what you do, right? So any time that you saw something to them, they are always ready to support. We have something online called the Wodemaya effect. If I pick your page and I tell my audience, get this person to 10,000 subscribers, within an hour or two, it will happen. You know why? Because these people are more like a community. They believed in me, and if I recommend you, because I recommended you, they'll come and support. So we have something we call like, I said, I'm not begging you, like it's by force for Africans to support each other. And they see me supporting people. Like, I don't need to take money from anybody. I don't think anybody will say I've taken money to share their pages or no. I do that wholeheartedly because I believe that if you make money or if you make it, one day if I come here, you can buy me a pure water or you can buy me a bottle of water. So I always share wherever I find myself. That lady called Olivia, I don't know her anywhere. And I don't think she can say that she gave me $1. I just saw what she does, got impressed, and I posted it. So creators should start. And, you know, it's so funny when I see creators with no numbers telling people to reach out to their managers. Like I have taken my time. Like I have, like if I put my numbers together, like roughly 6 million people following me, right? But I still don't care. I'll reach out to you directly. Hey, can we collab? Can we do something together? And they will just test me by telling me, please reach out to my manager. And I'm
But
like,
I'll
"My
tell you where
goodness."
that's coming from, though. If you do your research when it comes to people who've actually studied like PR branding, they say if you're going to grow a brand and make it seem premium, you need to treat your brand like it's already premium. You know what I mean? And people will buy into that. No, listen.
Yeah, no, I don't agree. I don't agree.
No. I'm telling you what's obtaining
No,
on the
no,
ground.
no,
I'm
no,
telling
no.
you what's obtaining on the
It's an
ground.
argument. Let's go.
It's an argument, yes.
Yeah, let's go.
This is what people are being taught.
By who?
If people teaching branding and PR, they'll tell you if you want to be treated like a premium brand, treat yourself first like a premium brand. Dress premium, have a manager who will speak for you so that you look like
I
a
don't agree.
scarce product.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Dress the part, yes. The whole manager thing,
Yeah.
I don't agree.
I also don't agree with, but
because
this is
I'll
what people
tell
are being
you-
taught.
yeah, and-
I've been to 3 seminars where I heard that.
and learn it.
Thank you.
And learn stuff
Thank
like
you.
that. Because
Thank you.
one thing that I'll tell you is there are people that will not follow through. The minute they get through to you,
That's it.
and then you refer them to somebody else.
That's it.
They're not doing it. And you've lost that opportunity. Why? Because you want to front and you want to pretend. Just like he said.
So who should have a manager then?
So let me tell you something. You don't even need a manager. You need a marketing team. Because the marketing team that break the deals. You know, like if you have people who understand marketing, like I said here, I mean, I charge as high as $5,000 to $100,000 for a post. All right.
No way.
Okay. And yeah, I'm just being blunt.
We're playing.
Yeah.
We're playing in this country.
And you won't go and meet a manager. You meet a marketing team, which even the marketing team, I'm still the marketing team. I don't know if you know, you have to be intentional. You have to get involved in your own business. Why do you want to allow people to run your business for you? And you be like, oh, I'm the talent. Dude, just get yourself involved. Get yourself involved.
Absolutely.
You shouldn't stay apart from your business because, listen, I don't do anything apart from creating. I create videos, and I need to make sure that I built wealth out of creating videos. Now, after creating the community, all I do is hey, what do I do? If it's real estate, I create a real estate company. I have a real estate company. I own a restaurant in Ghana. Now, what do? I just find another team to run the real estate. I find another team to run, and all these are commission basis. So you'll be creating videos and your business is running for you. Because what brings the main money is the content that you're creating. But if you don't understand it, that's why you'll be like, okay, oh, my manager will talk to you. No, I feel sometimes, yeah, it's okay to have a manager, but to brand, sometimes it can be very disrespectful.
How did you settle for this? I think that's the major problem that a lot of content creators are having. Firstly, it's a hobby. Secondly, there's the fear of taking it up full time. How did you decide to end up where you are today? How did you end up, being a content creator? I think that's the
If
question.
you don't enjoy what you're doing or if you don't enjoy what you're creating, please stop. because it has to be hobby first before it even becomes a business. So when you enjoy doing something, you don't get tired doing it.
Right.
So I always encourage content creators that if you don't enjoy creating that content, quit. Right. So I'm an aviation engineer by profession.
No way.
Yeah, aviation engineer by
Guys, some
profession.
horns, please.
And then I quit to do what I'm doing. But I had to do my own research to see that if this is worth it or not. How many content creators do research about what they are doing? I know, because I wanted to know if I'm doing the right thing. I did my research, met classmates. I was in China that time, met classmates who were from India, sat down with them. Hey, do you think this is feasible? It's like, yeah, let's do it. Now we check all the numbers. I'm like, you know what? I'm out. So I put in the consistency and it started paying off. The moment it started paying off, I'm like, okay, so this can be a full-time job. But the thing is, you need to be disciplined. If you're a creator and you're making $30,000 to $50,000 a month from just posting, you start living like a big boy. But that's when discipline comes in. So discipline allows you to put 80% of your money into an investment and 20% you travel with it. That's why you still see me, I dress low because it's discipline, but I can take you to Ghana and I show you that property belongs to me or this belongs to me and all of that. So if anyone tells you that content creation is not a full-time job, let them come and speak to me. Because I see people, when I started, people are like, go look for a job. You know, what you're doing doesn't make sense. It's because you don't understand what I'm doing. Most importantly, the journey that I'm on is to make impact. But the impact makes what? I want you to respond. Impact convert to what?
Influence? I don't know.
No.
I don't know. Money?
Income.
Oh, money. Yeah.
Income. If you strive to make impact, that's when the impact makes you convert to income.
So basically consistency.
That's it. I wish I can open an academy to teach people how to become real
you should.
influencers. You know, because
you really should.
I meet,
It's time. The time is ripe.
I met Mr. Beast. He has a whole empire. You know,
He has
a whole empire out of content creation.
And that guy started with...
I read somewhere where he was saying that, I don't know if he suffers from depression, but I don't know if you read anything about
was
that.
on the Diary of a CEO.
Yeah.
He said that, yeah.
Where that actually leads to my next point. What's the dark side to this, to content creation?
Like exhausting. It's draining. Like, let me just put it this way. People see the videos, but they don't see the work
that goes into it.
Behind it. And that is very, very exhausting. I won't lie. Apart from that, because I personally have passion for what I do, I don't think anything can deter me from doing what I do. Like, that's what I said it earlier, like, you gotta love what you do. But apart from that, like 2019, I was here and I was almost killed, you know.
In Zambia?
Zambia. Yeah.
How? What happened?
You were almost killed.
I was almost
in
killed
Zambia.
in Zambia in 2019. And that is one of the things that actually made me develop a bit of a hate relationship for this country. 2019, around the CBD, we're filming, because that's when I was inspired to create the videos that I create right now. So Zambia was one of my first 5 countries that I visited. So I was filming in the CBD. What we do is, like, we showcase the city. So we're filming, myself and my camera guy. And then there's this man walking by. He's like, why are we filming? And we are like, oh, we're trying to showcase the beauty of the country. And then he's like, where are you from? I said, I'm from Ghana. He's like, oh, Nigeria. I'm from Ghana. He's like, you're Nigerian. I said, yeah, I'm from Ghana. And all of a sudden, he started shouting, thief, 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 bro. And everybody started...
What, thief, you said?
Thief. Like, thief. Started, like, being a terrorist or thief. They started shouting, and then people started...
More.
Yeah, bro. That time, I had to be same boat that day, man. Like, I had to run for my life. So I ran into the... Is it the Zambian bank? There's a central bank.
Bank of Zambia.
Bank of Zambia. Just right on the... So I entered the bank together with my camera guy, running. Then these guys were following.
And now you're really acting like a thief, because now people will believe that's really a thief. Because why is he running?
By the time
right?
I explained myself that I'm not a thief, I would have been dead, bro.
Yeah, of course.
So I had to run for my life.
Of course.
Yesterday I was in CBD and I started shedding tears. Not because like
PTSD.
Yeah, I just started, like, I remember everything that happened. And I started, like, shedding tears. I'm like, no, this is I need to get a therapist, you know, to make sure, like, I forget this experience. I entered a bank, and They said, what's happening? What's going on? Where are your passport? And my passport is already at my hotel. So they said, no, he's a thief. He's a terrorist. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yesterday?
And no, I mean,
wait, that time.
in 2019.
That time. Okay.
And I think it was easy for us to be called terrorists because I was all with a Somali guy that time who was our host here.
Oh.
You know, our host here was from Somali. So it's like everything just fall in place. And I entered a bank and the police, I think they took us to the police station. So I went into that your central police station.
Yeah.
I was kept there for a few hours. The guy
To protect you or to investigate?
To investigate whether I'm really like a terrorist. So what saved me was that one police officer came in and it's like, oh, is that the guy who makes videos on YouTube? And said, yeah, oh my goodness.
That's what saved you?
That's what saved me. And then I went back to my hotel and I stayed in my room for 3 days without stepping out.
It was traumatizing, eh?
Yeah, on the fourth day, I left for Livingston and I got deported from Livingston.
No, that's another story.
You see?
Did you really?
I got deported from Livingston.
You were deported from Livingston?
Yeah, I was deported.
Why?
So, coming to Zambia as a Ghanaian, it was a 30 days visa, right? You have to pay $25 or $50. I paid for that. But they asked me how many days I'm staying. And I told them I'm staying for 7 days because I knew I would be staying for 7 days. My return ticket was 7 days. Now, because of what happened to me, I stayed in the room for 3 days. All right? On the fourth day, I went to Livingston. So I went to see the falls, and I flew my drone, and the drone went on low battery. So the drone ended up in Zimbabwe. You know, the other side? So I was just crossing. They said I have to cross there to go and pick up the drone.
The drone.
While I was going, the lady checked my passport and said, gentlemen, you have overstayed for 1 day. And I'm like, but it's supposed to be 30 days. But they said, no, the officer that stamped your passport gave you 7 days. I'm like, no, I paid for 30 days. No, it's you paid for 30 days, but the stamp shows that it's only 7 days. So you are getting out of this country 48 hours. Go pick up your drone or whatever you have and leave this country. And they stamped the deportation in my passport. And then I had to rush back to Lusaka, find a way of getting a new ticket, went to South Africa and went home. Yeah.
Many people in your position
all
would
that,
say,
why would you come back?
For me, I always say one person does not represent an entire country.
That's true.
And I also wanted to change the way I feel for Zambia because I believe that there was more to Zambia than the experience that I had. So I wanted to give Zambia another chance to erase all those terrible memories that I've had. And hence the reason why when this whole Fugu banter was happening, I don't know if you realize that the first Fugu post, I did it. Yeah, I did the first Fugu post.
I saw that.
And even my comment had a very like a hate speech in it. Check it out. If
your comment,
my first comment about the Fugu thing had a hate speech in it.
What did you say?
I don't want to say, but you can see it. I don't want to go back again, but
okay.
you can see it.
We'll find it.
Had a little bit of, but I did that not because I wanted to be hateful, but because of the memories that I had for this country. So when I saw them calling my president outfit blouse, I was like, this guy's the same people that deported me, the same people that nearly killed me. So, and then I made the post and I slept off. I woke up the next morning and
how did that Fugu outfit even come up? Like,
I think so.
How did the what?
The Fugu.
The outfit.
Yeah. How did is it who came up with it? Is it a designer? Is it something that just?
Yeah. So it's a traditional outfit for the northerness of Ghana. So the people from the north, that's what they wear. Kings. It's a royalty kind of outfit. But now, like Ghana, it's like Zambia, one nation.
Right.
So we've embraced each other's culture. Hence the reason why the entire country wears Fugu. But it's actually from the northern part of Ghana.
How did Ghanaians take it when that started?
No, I think initially we're all angry because that's our national pride. And seeing Zambians calling it
Make fun of it.
blouse, and especially knowing that our president was the one wearing it, I think a lot of people were offended, and they were offended. But at some point, we brought the Siziba in there, and it became more like a comic thing instead of the seriousness. So hence the reason why I told myself, okay, what I said earlier was not diplomatic. I think I spoke out of emotions and because of what happened in the past. So let me just take a step, come here myself, and hence the reason why I posted I'll be coming for Kumboka.
What's the experience been like this time around?
It's beautiful. Like, I'm so glad I came. You know,
People are more
I
welcoming.
feel so healed. I won't lie
Okay.
to you. I feel so healed, and to the extent that I was telling people that I'm just gonna go back home and create a pharmacy called the Zambian Love, where when you are traumatized, you can also buy the same love from the pharmacy, and then just go heal. You know, because listen, 2019 was a horrible time for me because it was more like just coming out of China, young boy who wants to showcase Africa in a positive light, and going through that was traumatizing, you know, and knowing that it happened in here, there was no way I was going to forgive this country.
And these are your own people, right?
That even makes it more sad, you know.
Yeah,
That
these are
even
your
makes it
own
more
people.
sad. But at the end of the day, listen, I'm glad I came back. I have nothing against the country. I feel like whatever happened was meant to happen, and we look forward, not backwards.
Dude, are you getting paid?
From who?
The government.
No way. I brought myself. I paid my own ticket.
Okay.
And that's why
so
see the guys with me.
ZTA and everybody else is not involved in any of what
The
you're
Zambia
doing?
Tourism Agency.
So what I wish I can give you guys a bit of a background, because I personally wanted to work with ZTA when I announced my return, the return of the deportee. I wanted to work with ZTA, but I didn't get a very positive response, because I mean, we have to be intentional when it comes to tourism. We have to be intentional supporting African dreams instead of supporting success. So I was asking ZTA, is it possible for you to, you know, organize a ticket for myself and my team to come in here? But they told me they don't do stuff like that.
So you're not working with them?
Yeah, but when I came in, I still had to forgive them. You know, I came by myself, by the way. So when I came in, I went to see them. I was like, I'm here. You know, I asked you for a ticket, but you didn't give me. But it's okay.
I'm here.
Had a meeting with them, and I left for Kumboka. But what happened was that our car broke down in Mungu. Our car broke down in Mungu, which actually took my trip backwards again.
Right.
So when I got to Livingston, I got my own car just to go to Livingston, and after Livingston, I reached out to them that, hey, I think we need to try figure it out and work together. Hence the reason I say start from David Livingston. What's it called? Livingston. I work with ZTA.
I think
So you've been working with them since Livingston?
Since from only Livingston.
Okay, cool.
But when I came back from Savonga, I think I reached out to the honorable minister, because we've been online.
Rodney?
Yeah, Rodney. And
Did he know who you were when you reached out?
Yeah. I mean, he's been tagging me in his post a lot of times. So we have that relationship. It's just that we've never sat down and talked. So when I came back from Savonga, that's when I met him. So he's actually handling my next trip.
Leg of the tour.
Yeah, leg of the tour till I get out of the country.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you? One last question. Why do I know the answer to this, but I want you to say it. We have people in this country that, let me say, popular, right? I'm very careful to use the word popular and not influential based off the definition that we've said.
Yeah.
So we've got people like Your Maps, etc. Why do you think that they would collaborate with a Ghanaian to promote Zambia as opposed to working with a local that is popularly known here?
I will answer you very diplomatically. You know, tourism is more like getting people from different places to come experience your country. We have domestic tourism, which we have to be intentional promoting domestic tourism. I don't think ZTA did not bring me, so let's not just take it
No,
that
of
way.
course.
Yeah, but I believe that also you have to be tourism enthusiasts. There are people that, even though you're an artist, but you're an artist, but you're not.
Kalinga, attention. It's falling. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, you can be an artist, but not tourism enthusiast.
Yeah.
Right? That is another way of promoting tourism. Your audience has to be people that are interested in traveling. Like the audience, the community that are built is strictly tourism.
Right.
So even if Your Maps is bigger than me, when it comes to the tourism sector,
people follow you for that.
People follow you for that.
Or it's how you've branded yourself.
You've branded yourself. So that is even like if you want to work with creators, make sure the creator that you're working with aligns with whatever you're doing. You can't just bring somebody because the person is famous, but then you want to...
You're missing the influence that they have.
You understand? Like techno.
Yeah.
If techno want to promote something, I don't think Techno should be giving their product to somebody who uses an iPhone.
That's true.
If I use Techno, like I use it with what do you call it? Like passion.
Passion.
So when I'm talking about the brand, I know what I'm talking about. If I want to travel to take photos, you should see like you see, there's so many things that are wrong in marketing in Africa. You see an artist being funded by Techno, and then you see him somewhere holding an iPhone. Like if you're the brand owner, how will you feel?
I ain't doing it.
Thank you. So that's for me. That's the tourism. We need to be intentional in terms of finding people that are focused on tourism.
This is why you see me with 3 Techno phones. This is a Techno
That's
phone.
a good one. If Techno is sponsoring you,
yeah.
you should be using Techno throughout because that's where you get your money from.
Because my question also comes from, because I saw the South African government collaborated with Trevor Noah to promote tourism. I don't know if you saw that ad.
Yeah, of course.
Right, comedian.
Yep. Can I give you an example?
Sure.
Trevor Noah was based in the US.
Yeah.
Has a global audience.
Rich, yeah.
Yeah? So using Trevor Noah explains it all. Because at the end of the day, I might be in Ghana and I know Trevor Noah.
Yeah.
There's a guy in Botswana, William.
Yes. Light skin dude.
You know, people don't even know he's from Botswana.
They think he's from South Africa.
Exactly. Now, if you check his audience, global audience,
Yeah.
Very little in Botswana.
you get what I mean? So a guy like that, you can use for tourism to tap into his audience.
Yes.
So when you're marketing tourism, you just have to be intentional with your reach.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
at the end of the day, it's when because I've seen William there, I want to go there. But at the end of the day, if you can focus your attention on people that are strictly into tourism, that has more impact than just using famous people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, you're advising people like the Minister of Tourism to invest in. It'd be wise for him to invest in guys like you who are abroad to bring people from their countries. And
I always say it's not even about me, right? We have to be intentional promoting local tourism, local influencers that are into.
No. My point is, you're giving an example of a guy like Trevor Noah who's got influence in America now.
Yeah.
So I'm saying you would advise a man like Rodney Skumba to spend some money outside this country in
100%.
bringing in people like Trevor Noah,
100%.
William Kera, and pay guys like that to bring in their
100%.
audience to Zambia. You know what I mean?
100%. You see what Rwanda is doing?
I was supposed to say the same thing.
You see what
Rwanda
Rwanda
and
is
Ghana.
doing? You see what
I
Rwanda
mean?
is doing?
Yeah.
Like, one of the best marketing that Ghana did recently, iShowSpeed was in Ghana, right? Then I reached out to the Ghana government, hey, do you mind us giving iShowSpeed a passport? That was
you.
That was me. You can check it out. That was me. Then I called the minister, like, yo. Then the minister is like, if you say so,
I'll do it.
I'll do it.
This guy's influence.
I woke up the next morning,
He's been given a passport.
iShowSpeed has been given a passport. Now, the country were like, why would he give that? You know, he's not but the guy's mother, he has something to do with Ghana.
Yeah.
So he qualifies to be to hold a Ghana passport. Since Ghana gave iShowSpeed the passport, the guy has never stopped talking about Ghana. Has never stopped. Everywhere he finds himself, I'm half Ghanaian, half American. I use 2 passports. That's
Now
marketing.
that level of marketing
That's
is
marketing.
priceless.
Yeah.
You know, but
And it didn't cost you much.
$0.
Well, not zero. The passport costs something to print.
$0, bro. What do you mean?
it's like
What do you
$400.
mean,
It
bro?
doesn't
No,
matter.
but don't forget that. Don't forget that Ghana. Don't forget that Ghana gives the diaspora passport,
Yeah. You guys have got the year of the return.
the
or
year of
something.
return.
And it's $0 to enter Ghana now for all Africans, right?
For all
That's it,
Africans,
all
yes.
Africans.
Yeah.
Don't forget that. Ghana intentionally gives the diaspora passport. So giving a diaspora like iShowSpeed a passport is $0.
But then the amount of exposure that you get.
I just met somebody here saying that they are going to Ghana to do the same massage that iShowSpeed did in Ghana.
What massage did you do?
I need to take you there. It's called the shea butter massage.
Who now?
Shea butter.
Shea butter.
Where you got 6 ladies just massaging one person.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'll take you there. I'll take you there.
Happy ending and everything?
I don't know about that.
Oh, now
I
you
don't
don't
know
know.
about that.
I don't know about that.
But I'll tell you something, though.
Yeah.
I marvel at what Ghana is doing in terms of bringing people in. First time that I ever went to Ghana,
Yeah.
was the last year that it ever hosted Afro Nation because they were being sued for using Afrochella. Sorry, Afrochella. They were being sued by Coachella for using that name. So that year that they hosted it in December, my man, let me tell you something.
Happy endings?
Shut up. I was in Accra and I went to the beach. I went to the strip club actually.
Happy endings?
No.
Okay.
You could literally count out of 10 people that you meet, 3 or 4 were Ghanaians.
So there's mostly
That's how many
foreigners were in the country.
were there in December. Tell us more about.
Let me also give a shout out to the Afrochella team.
Yeah.
They're the same team that brought I Show Speed to the whole
Say word.
African tour, organized by Ghanaians. I know, like they've always wanted to be low key, but yeah, they are the same guys that plan I Show Speed trip across the continent.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Shout out to you all.
So Afro Nation now, etc.
No, Afrochella.
No, but in December you guys still have Afro.
Yeah, we still have Afrochella. Afrochella is every year in December.
Yeah, December, right?
Yeah. So Ghana has, I think one of the best marketing that our former president did was in 2019, declaring it as a year of return.
Mm-hmm.
So year of return was more like everyone that feel connected to Ghana should come home in December on visa free.
December.
30 December, and it was coined as Dirty December, which was
Dirty December.
Dirty December, which was coined by Meister. Shout out to Meister. Which any African descent, if you have an American passport and you're an African descent, you arrive in Ghana, it's visa on arrival, visa free for you.
And now for all African countries,
Visa free.
It's visa free.
It's visa free.
It's visa free.
I once said, I marvel and I laugh when people this part of the continent start complaining about slavery. And I'm like, we need to sit down. Because when the white people came and they looked at Africans, they looked at Southern Africa and they're like, they're not as big, they seem lazy. Because you know where the slaves came from?
Yeah, West Africa.
West Africa.
Yeah.
Western Central.
Yeah, Western
And in
Central.
Ghana is where, I don't know if it's the port where most slaves
Sierra Leone.
left.
Yeah.
Right?
So Ghana, Senegal,
Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone, Liberia,
yeah.
the west coast of Africa. Even like some were taken from Burkina Faso mainland and then walked
All the way
them all the way
to the beaches.
to the beaches just to
Transport
take them
them
to
the west.
Yeah, and if you go to that side of the world,
Massive niggas.
they speak like us. They eat the same food.
Who?
If you go to the Caribbean,
Oh, right, of course. Yes.
like you go to the Caribbean, they eat the same meals as us. I went to a country called Suriname, and they were speaking my language.
No.
I
What language do you speak?
I speak Chi or Fanti, whatever you call it.
It's there.
Yeah, the same. Like you can find our words. Like so, when they went there, different countries, so they decided to put the languages that each and everyone speak and form a language together with their master's language. Hence, the language that they speak there. But when they speak, I can pick words.
You can pick up a couple of things.
Even their names are Ghanaian names. I don't know if you're aware that everyone born in Ghana got the same name.
What do you mean?
We have 7 days, Monday to Sunday, and each day represent a name. So I don't know if you know Kwame Nkrumah.
Yeah.
Kwame, Saturday
Your
born.
first president, right?
Yes. Kwame means born on Saturday.
Oh.
Kofi Annan means born on Friday. I don't know if you've heard of Abena, her name, very popular name, Abena. Abena should be very popular. So Tuesday born.
So wait,
Wait,
your
hold
name.
Your name is
Berthold
on Wednesday.
Kobby Winkler
Kobina.
Ackon?
So Kobina is Tuesday. I was born on Tuesday. So the Kobby Bryant, that's like Tuesday born. So in Ghana, you can find millions of people called.
Wait, what's your first name?
Berthold.
Berthold
But
Kobby
that's a German.
Winkler.
So your Ghanaian name, what, Kobe?
Kobina.
Kobe, right.
Kobina,
And that's
that-
Tuesday.
That's Tuesday.
So what, is that the day that you were born?
Yes,
So depending on the day that you're born, determines the name that you're given?
exactly.
That's crazy.
And so you can find 7 different names
Mean the same thing.
mean the same. So we all know the day you're born by you telling me your name. So what's your name? You mention your name. I know, okay, yeah. We have like also attributes. So Wednesday borns, Kweku, those are the womanizers. So they say stay away from the womanizers. Man.
Who? Kweku?
Kweku is a...
No way.
You have a friend called Kweku?
I do.
Who is that?
Do you know a company called
Is he a
Peswa?
womanizer?
Do you know a company called Peswa?
Yes, a podcast, right?
No, a company called Peswa. So Peswa, they're working with MTN to give loans to agents.
Okay.
So it's the biggest company. They disperse like almost $19 million a month. His name is Kweku.
So even if he was a womanizer, you wouldn't say because he's funding you guys.
He's not funding us. He's a partner.
But you wouldn't say either way.
He does not look or sound like a.
You wouldn't say.
I mean,
Listen, okay.
the
Big shout out to Kweku.
You wouldn't say.
Decent, upstanding guy.
Is it a guy I heard you talking to the other day?
Yes.
All right. Okay.
That's Kweku.
So we normally say, oh, the Kwekus are womanizers. I mean, like, just communicate.
What about Kobby?
I don't know about that one.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. You went to Burkina Faso.
Yes.
You wanted to meet Ibrahim Traore.
Yes.
Did you?
No, I wanted to, but I didn't get a chance to.
Tell me, because that was at the height of everybody was talking about Ibrahim Traore. So walk us through what happened.
So I woke up one morning and I'm like
you
know
normally
what?
do?
Yeah. Hey, I think Burkina Faso is not part of my plans for the year,
Mm-hmm.
but let's just go and check it out. And I didn't even have a camera guy at that time. So I called a friend of mine. He's like, do you want to go to Burkina? I said, yeah, let's go. So the following day, we jumped on the plane and went to Burkina Faso.
Pause. Do you check out visa requirements, how safe it is or not before you jump on the plane?
Not really. I always want to get surprised.
Okay, so you jumped on the plane?
See what happened in 2019? That was a surprise, wasn't it?
Exactly. I always want to get surprised. So I went to Burkina Faso and I started making videos. Like I was very creative about the video in search of Africa's most loved president. And I checked online. There was no video about the guy. So I got there, the plane that I sat in, I asked a question, how did you guys manage to get this plane? He said, the guy bought it. I'm like, oh,
The
wow.
president.
The president bought it. Then I created my first video. Then I touched down. I got to a road. They said, we didn't have roads here before. It was this guy
He built them.
He built it. Okay, that's the second shot. But in order to make it more creative, I had a mission of looking for him, like searching for Africa's most loved president. And at the end of the day, when I finished all the videos, I had no intentions of releasing the videos.
Why?
Because it was hard to shoot.
Why?
You know, I got there and there were so many restrictions because since it's more like a
Dictatorship, military dictatorship.
So there's certain place you can't put your camera and all of that. But I'm like, you know what? I've created a video. I mean, he's doing an incredible job, but let's just keep it. In future, we can use them. Do you understand? Because I have videos that I filmed. The videos that I've released the whole of 2026 were filmed in 2025.
Right.
Like somewhere January. Like Zambia video might be released in 3 months or something. So I saw the guy trending out of nowhere. Then I called my guys like, hey, just put the pieces together.
And the title you gave it.
Yeah, put the pieces together.
That was genius.
And let me just narrate the stories and let's see how this video can go. In less than 24 hours, that video had 1 million views. Less than 24 hours. I think it's my second most watched video.
I was one of the first people to watch it the second it came out.
Second most watched.
What's your most watched?
When I went to Namibia, like 14 million on YouTube.
Okay, so back to I'll touch on Namibia for a second.
So I released that video, and all of a sudden I see everybody's like, "Oh my goodness, he went to Burkina Faso," and then I think it's inspired a lot of creators to go to Burkina Faso. But my video was the first one. I didn't go to Burkina Faso creating video. I was just trying to understand what's happening in Burkina Faso because it's just an hour away from us. Mm-hmm. But then when he started trending, I'm like, there's no tangible video online.
There's no better time, than now.
Like to represent him. So let me just put the pieces together and release it. And that's what I did. I went there second time and I met so many people that went to the country just because of the video that I did.
So did they ever reach out, the government officials after?
Yes. Yeah, all of them.
Did they reach out?
Yeah,
Well,
actually
what were
even
they saying?
organized a meeting, but I was in Cape Verde.
With who?
With him.
Did you meet him?
Not yet.
Well, so how close on the day on the period that you went? How close to meeting him did you get?
The last time I went,
No, the first time that you went when you shot that video.
I was just a phone call away. It's just that I didn't want because I was just a phone call away. Like I said, it was just creativity. And like for me, I was just trying to just enjoy myself creating the video. But I was just a phone call away of meeting him.
But if the purpose of you going there was to meet him,
Because that was the title of the video as well.
why didn't you? If you were a call away.
So, you see, you have to be careful as a content creator when it comes to politics. You have to be very careful in terms of people that you want to be associated with, right? I just love him from afar, but I also have to protect the brand and who I am.
What's the downside to meeting him?
You know, like in Africa, Africans in general, people that watch you don't like politicians or don't like dictatorship or whatever, right? And I am just creating my videos. Do you understand? Like in a way of showcasing Africa that you don't see on TV, right? The moment I start like mingling myself with certain people, people start to like associate you with certain things, which even sometimes you meet president randomly. At the end of the day, people will be like, how much were you paid to meet this guy? How much did they give you? You know, even the Burkina Faso video, I didn't meet him. But the whole video that I posted, I was attacked for like 2 weeks.
For going there?
For going there. People were like, how much did he pay me for that propaganda? Just imagine if I met him, it would have been
made it
even
worse, yeah.
So I believe in what he's doing, but I also want to stay back and just enjoy from afar. Because even without meeting him, people were still attacking me, my brand everywhere. Even my car was
stoned?
No, my car was stoned. My car glass was windscreen. It was smashed up.
In Ghana?
In Ghana.
What car do you have?
You know, like people...
What car is it?
Fortuna.
Okay.
You know, there are people that when they hate people, they'll just come for anyone who idolizes them.
Yes.
And these are behind the scenes that I barely talk about. You know, and I always have to be careful in places that I find myself and people that I hang out with. That's it.
You know what I would want you to do?
Yeah.
Create content in North Korea.
That's my post that I did. Like, I really want to go to North Korea so badly. It's just that I have to go to China first.
Write your will first.
Huh?
Write your will first.
You see, I feel like people judge countries based on what the media feeds them. But if you
I don't know if it's the media.
It's the media, trust me. It's the media.
But every documentary I've seen about North Korea, there's always somebody, you've got a proxy, somebody following you the whole time. They don't allow you to take videos in many places.
Trust me, it's the media. Have you ever watched a video about your own country and you'll be like, oh my goodness, I just woke up and then what is this guy saying? Like you realize that it's just a pure propaganda.
There's been people that died. That's not media.
Have you seen anyone die?
Yes.
Where?
The American dude. The guy who took down the poster.
Bro, like, you see...
You know about him, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Kalinga, do you know about
the boy? He came back brain damaged, then died like 2 years later in America.
No, but I'm telling you, like, don't believe in everything that you see. As a traveler, like I went to Somalia. I was scared of going to Somalia, but I was on the beach in Somalia.
No, of course.
I was scared of going to Eritrea. Like they said, no internet. You can't go to the extent that I went to Eritrea all by myself because I didn't want anything to happen to my camera team. So I went to Eritrea all by myself. This is a country they call the North Korea of Africa. Mm-hmm. Check it out. But it's the most friendly nation that I've ever visited. Mm-hmm. The safest country that I've ever visited in Africa. A country where 9 p.m. I was walking on the street with women, just, chilling, sitting, having coffee, no internet. You just vibing.
So there's no internet?
There's no internet. But listen, I was so scared of going to this country that I bought only 4 days ticket. Like I arrived today, the next 4 days I'm leaving. I end up extending for 10 days.
I envy them because some of the videos that we see on Facebook.
Yeah, it's over 3 weeks, 1.3 million views. Like, check it. I listen, traveling has opened my eyes not to judge people. I always want to get there, whatever experience that I have. I mean, yeah, it's based on one person.
Yeah, of course.
One person does not represent the entire country. Like I told you earlier, I was mobbed in here, almost got killed.
Yeah, but that doesn't represent Zambia. And we love to think of ourselves as the most peaceful, friendly people in Africa.
So imagine, like, I kept on saying that I'm not coming to Zambia, or when you go to Zambia, you're going to get killed. I can do that propaganda and people will believe it. Are you aware of it?
That's very true. That's very true.
People will believe it.
You know the funniest video I've watched of yours, though?
Which one is
the Botswana one.
Oh, wow.
You cross the road twice and you're like, I'm in the capital city. There's no traffic.
And like, there was no one in Botswana, right?
There's no traffic here.
Yeah, I love Botswana. Shout out to Botswana. I'm actually going to Botswana.
But I loved the night scenes in Botswana. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it's a beautiful country.
It was really beautiful.
Like they have a World Relay Championship coming up on the 2nd of 3rd of May.
Oh, Tebucho.
Yeah.
He's doing amazing things for that country.
I'll be heading there on the 2nd of May. Yeah.
Oh, you're going to watch the same?
Yeah, I'm going to Botswana.
We have Rick Ross in Zambia on the 2nd of May.
Oh,
You should
really?
come back and watch it. I mean, it's just a few hours drive.
Rick Ross.
Rick Ross will be here on the 1st and 2nd of May.
Which of the Rick Ross?
Rick Ross, American Rick Ross.
I just need to know
Look
which
at
of the
this.
Rick
He'll
Ross.
be here. Rick Ross, Davido.
This guy who
Kofi Olomide.
keeps telling African artists that I want to collaborate. He's like, he wants to collaborate with every African
Rick Ross?
artist.
Who, Rick Ross?
Is it Rick Ross? With a beard?
Yeah, Rick Ross.
Every time it's like, oh.
I like how you don't know Rick Ross. I love that.
I don't know. It's just like, sometimes, yeah, you see, yeah, an American artist. Okay, I would just pick your maps over Rick Ross, by the way. Because we kind of like put emphasis on everything foreign, forgetting that like we have people that we should cherish in.
100%. I absolutely agree with you.
If you see Rick Ross making a point that, oh, I'm going to Zambia, I'm sure like, but your map is here. Well, what if we start we start projecting your maps to the world? You know, we make our the way I think is different from the way everyone thinks. So yeah, I mean,
That's
shout
how
out
people
to Rick
should
Ross,
think,
but
though.
I mean,
Some horns, bro. Some horns for your maps.
That's how people should think.
No,
though.
we need to start embracing our own. We need to
100%.
be intentional, supporting our own, put our own out there. Like, you see, it's so sad in Africa. We bring our own down and praise other people.
You know what's crazy, bro?
Yeah,
That's how Nigerians think.
exactly, 100%.
You don't need to tell a Nigerian that you're dope or you're good because he will tell you first.
Yep.
Right? Nigerians will support their own music,
Yep.
their own food, their own culture.
Yep.
When they go to America,
Yep.
they are not going to conform to the dressing
Yep.
that those guys do.
Or the
Exactly.
accents.
Or their
Exactly,
accent.
Exactly.
Davido, when you hear Davido, I have to put
Dude,
subtitles.
you grew up in America. You know
and
what I mean?
you're rich. But he's not going to try and assimilate.
When he
South
finds
Africans
himself in
think.
America, that's when he's like, oh, I'm American. But when he's in Africa, he's African.
Even when he's in America at
yeah,
times,
yeah.
his
I
accent
mean, it
is
was
so
on the
thick.
Breakfast Club, but
yeah.
even you could be blindfolded and you can tell this is a Nigerian guy speaking. You know what I mean?
I want to play a quick game with you.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead.
is it about Jollof?
No, it's not. Go ahead.
Okay.
You want to...
No, I mean, there's that never-ending debate about which Jollof is better.
Senegal.
Don't start. You know, they brought jollof, but we cook it better.
Oh, so they brought jollof.
Yeah, I mean, 100%.
Who
If you
brought
know
jollof?
history, Senegal and Gambia. It's actually their language, Wolof.
Oh!
Uh,
You didn't know this?
Wolof,
No. I don't know why I've always thought it's from
Wolof,
Nigeria. You
and
know what I
it
mean?
just corrupted. Not Ghana and Nigeria, we just adopted it. You know, like that.
Oh.
Do you know that there are two countries between Ghana and Nigeria? We are not neighbors, but we're always fighting each other.
But you guys sound the same, though.
We don't sound the
You
same,
sound
bro. We
similar.
don't sound the same. We don't sound the
Okay,
same.
Nigerian tongue is heavier.
Are you
Yeah.
saying?
The
Yeah,
Nigerian
no, of
tongue
course.
is
We don't
heavier.
sound
It's
the
heavier.
same.
No, it is heavier.
We don't
But
sound the
you
same.
do sound
We are
Kind of alike.
The
little-
pigeon
yeah.
so
kinda.
different. No, there's nothing similar between our pigeons.
Look at how he sounds right now. It sounds
There's
so
nothing
Nigerian,
similar.
right?
There's
Yes.
nothing.
No.
There's not. It's not. You see, even our
He just said thief. Who else says thief?
let the Nigerian say thief.
It's the same thing.
It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing.
I had that, yeah.
No, it's just like saying South Africans and Zambians sound the same.
No, it's different.
No,
it's different.
That is different for us then.
No, it
You
ain't.
just answered my question, man.
You know what the craziest thing is? Do you know how Kenyans pronounce juice?
Juice.
Juice.
Juice. Because my wife is Kenyan, and that
She says juice.
Or 30.
and she would tell you that I don't have an accent, but every African country got their own accent.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Who did we say 30 to and he was shocked? Who did I meet recently? I said 30 and I was like, huh?
Yeah.
A 30, huh? Oh, you mean 30?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure
even when I came in here, I was saying something. The guy is like, "What are you saying?" So it's like,
Oh, your wife is Kenyan.
Yeah, my wife
How
is
did you
Kenyan.
how did you meet her though?
in Ethiopia.
Hey, so you she's
Ethiopia.
a traveler
I
like
met-
you
I
as
met- I
well.
met- yeah, she travels like me, but she was selling in a supermarket before we met.
She was what?
Selling in a supermarket. She said she used to sell in supermarket, and then but I have incredible stories, man. So my first time in
You sound Nigerian, bro.
my first time in Kenya, I got arrested for filming.
For what?
For filming.
Yeah, bro. I got arrested. So I started reaching out to content creators in the country. Yeah, please help me. I don't want to be arrested again. Hence how I sent my wife a message. That was she was also making videos that time.
Had you married her by that time?
No, I didn't even know her. I just went online to check people that make videos so that I don't get arrested. I needed to.
Oh, so she worked in a supermarket, but she was a content creator
She
too?
was a content, so she create and then still works in a supermarket.
Right, okay,
So I
cool.
reached out to her. By the time she responded, I was back in China. And on my way back to Africa to do what I'm doing right now, Ethiopia was my first country. So I asked her, do you want to meet up with me? So why not? Then we met and then, yeah.
So you flew her to...
No, she came by herself.
Okay.
She came by herself.
We started this episode with you talking about how you're never in one place at the same time. How are you guys making the marriage work?
My wife can fly in today if I ask her to come in.
Oh.
Yeah, we empower ourselves. I don't date a broke girls, man. Sorry.
Wait, he says I don't get a what?
He doesn't date broke girls.
Oh, he doesn't date broke
No,
girls.
it's
date
like
broke
guys,
girls.
girls saying I don't date broke guys. I don't date broke girls, man.
I like that.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Oh my! I've said that so many times.
Like somebody that you have to pay her transport. No, see how my wife became my wife. Even she came to Ethiopia on her own ticket, and I just got to know the potential that she has. I empowered her. I went back to China, and then I'm like, "Do you want to link up again?" So where do you want me to meet you? I was like, "Okay, I'm just an hour away from Singapore. I can fly to Singapore." I said, "Okay, consider it done. I'll see you in Singapore tomorrow." The moment she came, I'm like, "Hey, can you be my girlfriend, please?" Because I can't.
Let me tell you, girls in here,
So dope.
girls in here will ask you to pay for their yango.
That's what I'm saying.
Switch, are you hearing
it's
this?
It's you that is allowing it.
Man's never
Yeah.
dates broke
No,
girls.
that's incredible.
Yeah, you know,
Never.
no. You need to empower. Like my wife. If I ask my wife here to come here, she'll fly in.
So what does she do?
She make videos. My wife has
So she's a content creator.
500,000
Okay.
YouTube subscribers.
So she's left the supermarket.
Long time.
She owns her
Long
own
time.
now.
She owns her own properties and all.
What content does she put up?
Lifestyle.
And it's making her good money as well.
Very good.
What's the page or channel?
Yeah,
Miss
let me
Trudy,
see
check
it.
out Miss Trudy. Check out my wife, man. Now,
Let me check out.
her content has even changed because we
Miss?
just had a baby. Miss Trudy.
Congratulations.
Thank you so
Firstborn?
much. Firstborn, yeah.
Dope. Miss
So-
Trudy.
Yeah, you've seen her? Pretty like yeah.
Hot. Hosh karamai.
Well,
Is she the one with at the top, eh?
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Enlarge
Yeah.
that.
That's not,
No, I
that's
can't.
my wife right
It's a YouTube DP.
YouTube,
Okay, you
yeah.
can just add a bit.
there. Yeah, that's my wife right there. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So we're in Zambia together. Yeah.
She's here right now.
No, we came here. She'll meet me in Botswana
Oh, I see.
Oh,
I
from the
see.
2nd of May.
for the second of May.
Okay, dope.
And from there we fly to Kenya. So we jet in and jet out.
Is this your house?
Yes. That's my house. Out of content creation, by the way. So yeah.
And who's that?
That's my
Mother-in-law?
mom.
Oh, that's your mom.
Yeah, that's my mom.
Wodemaya, I'd love you to do something right now. Just look in the camera and
Yeah.
talk to our government about monetizing YouTube. I mean, look at how much
I
money
don't-
this guy's making
But I
off
don't think
YouTube.
it has to be the government. It has to be you content creators.
Dude, we've been crying about monetizing.
No, because you're not
social media.
united. Manchester United, man.
point.
You're not united.
We
You're
have
not-
one
yeah.
guy so far who's making enough noise for us. What's Ghana MP Binro Mpundu?
You see,
He's been talking about that in Parliament, but we need somebody higher up to make this
there's
possible
there's
for us quickly.
See, even if
Okay, we need to be a
somebody
united
let me
front.
just listen. I can even make it happen for you guys, but you have to start speaking with one voice.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we just led it to the right places because I work for YouTube, So if it's a conversation that I can push to YouTube, but if you guys are not united, there's no way you can push it.
Sorry,
It's just the market.
you don't need to answer this question,
Yeah.
but because your wife has put it up, I feel I can ask you and understand things from your angle.
What is it?
She posted about being finally pregnant after 6 miscarriages.
Yeah. You want me to talk about that? Don't worry. My wife talked about it, so I'll talk about it.
6 miscarriages.
Yeah,
Wow.
6. So
How do you not just give up, bro?
why would I give up?
No, I'm saying what?
No, let's hear it from him.
Why would I give up?
Let's hear your story. Let's hear your story.
Quick one. In 2021, is it 2021? Yeah, 2021. She was diagnosed of not being able to be a mom. Right? We're not dating. We're not married. We're just girlfriend and boyfriend. So when I heard that, I decided to just put on the ring. because I love challenges. I feel like life without challenges is pretty boring. So I pick up challenge and I fix it. Pick up challenge and I fix it. So when the doctor told me that, I'm like, you know what? Don't worry. Do you want to climb Kilimanjaro? I said,
We'll do it
why-
together.
So I took her to Kilimanjaro. We climbed,
Literally.
Huh?
Literally.
We climbed Kilimanjaro. It was tough. We got to the peak. I couldn't even walk for the final route. And I'm like, you know what? Would you marry me?
Is that what you proposed?
Yeah. If she said no, I'd have kicked her back to the ground. I'd have kicked her back to the ground. But
And where did you propose? In a club.
No. Story
Go
for another
ahead.
day.
Go
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
So I chose Kilimanjaro because I knew it's going to be a very challenging journey. And it took us 6 days to climb up. We lost 6 babies.
Huh? What?
Yeah, we lost, like, my wife lost 6 different babies. Like, even if you check my knuckles.
Babies?
Yeah, like miscarriages.
6 miscarriages, bro. That's the
Yeah.
title of this video.
Yeah.
Or okay, no, okay.
No, like, I'm talking about, like, it took me 6 days to get to the peak of Kilimanjaro.
Right.
6 days.
Yeah. And 6 miscarriages.
But I chose Kilimanjaro to propose to her because I knew it's going to be challenging when the doctor told me in 2021. So I'm like, you know what, I'm still going. So when we got there, I said, will you marry me? She said, yes. I'm like, okay, now the journey begins. 2022, I married her.
Do you know how awkward the climb down would have been if you said no?
I know, right? That's why I was saying that I would have kicked her out from there.
Hey, no way, we're walking down together.
But the thing is, like, you for you to propose, you have to be sure.
You have to be sure.
I get surprised when people get rejected. I mean, I feel like ladies give you green light the moment she knows that she really wants to
Actually,
stand.
they ask you.
Yeah. So I knew it.
You're just-
And she was a bit scared because when the doctor told us about this whole thing, she
thought you would leave.
She thought I was going to leave. But no, yeah, I love challenges.
But anyway, carry on. You were saying?
So-
Real G.
2022, we got married, and then we started trying. We tried, the baby leaves. We try, miscarriage. We try, miscarriage. And I was getting tired, bro.
That was what my question was.
Yeah, I was getting tired. But at the end of the day, I love challenges.
Tell me something, bro.
Yeah.
Just pause there. And don't forget your train of thought. Miscarriage number 4 or 5. Do you begin to prepare to console her again because now you know, or now you think you know what's going to happen? And every time that it happens, obviously there's a heartbreak, there's disappointment. How do you, at every single time, have that conversation?
You know, I was always there, and I was always trying to stay strong. In her presence, I would never shed a tear. But when she's not there, that's when the tears start flowing, right? But I always knew that I had to be strong for her because there was no way she could have gone through all this all by herself without me being the strong guy behind her. I felt like there were solutions. It's just that we didn't know how. Do you understand what I mean? Because almost all the doctors were doing trying and error, and then this one is saying, no, I can't do anything. But I was always trying to figure it out. The day that I couldn't take it anymore was baby number 4. Baby number 4, we slept, we woke up, and boom, like there's a blood all over the place.
Oh, God.
And that moment,
How many months into it? Do you remember?
4 months. That day, I just burst out, like
What,
crying like a baby. Yeah, that was the first time my wife saw me cry. Like I cried very loud, and the fact that you are an influencer, you step out of your room, somebody want to take a photo with you, you just went. And I had an interview that day, podcast.
Were you at a hotel or were you
No,
home?
I wasn't. We own a house in Kenya, so
you were in Kenya
we were
then?
in Kenya
Yeah.
that time, and it happened. Now what I did was I had to take her to the hospital, and then rush to the podcast because the people have already set up already, and I don't know what to tell them because what if I tell them that I'm not coming? What are they gonna do? They'll be like, oh, we've prepared and all of that. So I took my wife to the hospital and then rushed to the podcast room, sat down there. Apparently, the lady in charge of the podcast has been a big fan. She created her podcast because of me. So when she met me, she was just opening her heart out, crying. and I started crying too.
But
She
not
thought-
for the
she
reason
thought-
she was crying.
She thought I was crying because of the things that she was telling me, but I was crying because my wife
your
just had
wife.
miscarriage. So we just both started crying, and then see, I'm even like tearing up. we both started crying, and then I hugged. I'm like, I just told her recently that I was not crying.
That I
because
wasn't crying because
no,
of
no,
you.
no.
I had my own ish going on.
So after the podcast, she took me back to the hotel, back to the hospital. She didn't know why I was going to the hospital. I said, no, my wife is doing a checkup, and I have to say, can I see your wife? No. I will let you know. So all these times, I just had to stay strong for my wife, and we figured the solution out after the fourth one because I said no more babies. Let's just figure it out. And then I did my own research, and then I found the reason behind it. But there was no doctor to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
So we found one Ghanaian doctor who said, hey, I can do this, but it's 50-50. It's either she will be able to conceive or not at all. What will you do? I'd rather
I'll
just
try.
I'd rather just, if I were you, I would just wait. I mean, try and see if the baby will grow, because if you do surgery and she doesn't get pregnant at all, what are you going to do? So I opted for that option, and we tried again. That's the
Another
baby number
miscarriage.
5. Baby came down again.
That was after the Ghanaian doctors.
After the
thing.
Ghanaian
Yeah,
doctor.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm done, because I've spent lots of money, man, lots of money on this. And this guy's like, oh, I can do it. It did it. And then but apparently there was another course that after the 5th one, that's when they did all the research, scanning and everything. They found the final one. So the final one, we never went through any problem. After 6 months, the doctor said, I've done my part. I have to fly her out of the country. That's another cost. So I had to fly
Where
her
to?
to the US. So my wife gave birth in the US. And I flew her out of the country, went to the US, and then I went to US myself until she finally gave birth to our baby.
Wait, what? Maybe I missed it. What did the doctors do at baby number 6?
So after baby number 4, she had to do a surgery. Let me just give you a bit of context. She was diagnosed of spectated womb. Spectated womb is a womb that is divided into 2. There's so many women that have that. You know, this thing, after I release my videos, but if you check my email, you shed tears, man. So a spectated womb is like a womb that is created in more like a heart shape. So the moment the baby starts growing in the womb, because it's heart shaped, the womb is supposed to be like this. Yeah. But because it's a heart shape, the baby starts growing big. This side of the womb is like a heart shape. It starts pushing the baby down. So the baby cannot grow fully in the womb. So the surgery that you have to do, the doctors have to correct this by cutting this off. But if you cut this off, the probability of you not having a baby is 50%. So I had to just take that chance, and I was like, you know what? Let's do it. We did it. And the funny thing is that when my wife gave birth, I brought the baby back to Ghana to see the doctor. The doctor saw the baby and said, hey, thank you for saving me, saving my job. It was my first time doing something like that.
Oh. First time.
I swear to you, the doctor told me.
And he never told you this before.
The doctor told me he's been doing this, man. He told me he's been doing this for me to trust him.
Of course, yeah.
But when I brought the baby, it's like, oh, thank you.
That was my first time.
Thank you for saving me, because this was my first time ever, man.
Did he know who you were?
He did. He was actually inspired by me, by the way.
And now the pressure.
From who?
No, the pressure to make it right.
Yeah,
because you're a big deal, you know what I mean?
Save his reputation.
Yeah, no. It's not even about saving his reputation, but listen, I think he was more than qualified. He knew how to convince. I think that doctor should be a marketing manager.
He knew how to convince you.
Yeah, he sold me out. Like whatever he told me, I was the one who had to convince my wife to go and do it.
Based off his
based off
his pitch.
Yeah, the things he told me. But then when we brought the baby and he told me that, my wife and I went home and we started laughing, man. Like, how?
So is it a girl or a boy?
Yeah, a girl.
What did you name her?
And I can't. My wife said I should keep that one for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
But is it something inspirational that reflects the journey? I'm saying, is it a name that is inspirational that reflects the journey?
Yeah.
How old?
Huh?
How old?
How
old is she?
Oh, 4 months now. Still
Okay.
very young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your screensaver, right? I think I saw that.
Oh, you saw it?
On your phone?
Yeah.
Ah, that's dope, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
We haven't even connected another mic today,
Yeah.
Gob.
Yeah.
Yeah, but go ahead.
You're looking at a picture.
So you're looking at her pregnancy picture? Were these posted before?
You think I'll do that?
Considering the track record.
this
Our viewers can't hear what Switcher is saying. So Switcher is showing us a photo of Wodemaya's wife, and she's posted up photos
Like
of
a
herself
pregnancy
pregnant.
photo shoot.
Pregnancy photo shoot. So Switcher's asking, were they posted before she gave birth or after?
I think after.
Way
2
after.
months.
But my man,
Because you wouldn't take the risk again.
Of course, hell no.
even now.
Even this picture was taken a day before she gave birth. Really? Yeah, because listen, we're all
You didn't
not-
want to raise your hopes as well.
No, we're all not convinced that she's about to give birth. Even myself and her, like, we didn't know if it's real or not. So the day that she was supposed to go in labor, the day before that, that's when we took these photos.
Did you guys ever, this is a stupid question because I know you probably did, consider like, I don't know, artificial insemination?
No, we did consider that.
A surrogate?
We did consider that.
Why didn't you guys go that route?
No, so my wife lost a mom when she was 15 years old. So her dreams are
Wait,
always.
so which mother-in-law is this?
That's my mom.
That's his mom.
That's my mom.
Oh, it's Trudy. I don't know why I thought I was on your account. It's Trudy. Okay, so this is your mom I'm seeing
that's
here.
my
Yeah,
mom.
but go
Yeah.
ahead.
Okay.
Her dream was
to be a mom because she couldn't spend time with her mom.
Mm.
So she has always wanted to be a mom of like giving birth to a baby, knowing that okay, that's my baby. I gave birth to her, and my goal was to ensure that that dream becomes a
Comes true.
reality. You know, so that's why all those artificial whatever did not come into our mind. Even
Right.
though we tried, but we wanted to, but she just wanted to give birth like on her own. Now that we now have this baby, we want to probably try that out.
There's quite a lot, especially, it doesn't matter what field that you're in, whether you're in IT, you're a doctor, you're an engineer. When you chase your passion, when you chase your dream, there are things that you sacrifice.
Yeah.
Right. I was speaking to Emmanuel. There's a guy that owns a company called eMark here. It's a tech company, and he was telling me that what he sacrificed was his eyesight, because doctors told him that the more that he spends time in front of a computer, he's got a very high chance of damaging his vision. He didn't stop. He sacrificed that. Some people sacrifice marriages, etc. What did you sacrifice?
Wow, that's a deep question. I don't think I've really. I think let me just what I think my life. There's certain things that I don't do. Like I feel like I sacrificed my youthful age to be where I am.
How old are you?
I'm 33 now.
That's the age Jesus was when he died.
Yeah. So there's certain things that for the past 10 years of my life, there's certain things that I said no to. Just to be where I am.
Engineering, for one. You said you're an engineer, right?
Yep.
Aeronautics engineer?
Yep. But the thing is, like, as a young guy, when you start making money early, you want to live the life.
Yeah.
But when did you start making money?
2020.
About 6 years ago.
Like good money?
Yeah.
2020.
Okay.
Yeah, good
And
money.
that's when you got married, right?
I got married in 2022.
Okay.
Hey, my wife would have killed me if I missed that one. Yeah, 2022. Yeah. But I mean, I met her in 2019, and we've been together since. And with everything that I've built, I had to say no to friends. I have to say no to certain lifestyle. I have the money to do whatever I have to do.
Or want to do.
Yeah, I have the money to do it, but it's not worth it.
Mm-hmm.
So rather focus on building the future than to build the present, like build what is there right now.
My man.
If you come to Ghana, we own a restaurant.
You own real estate.
I own real estate. I mean, so I invest in right things, and yeah.
What kind of restaurant is it? What are you serving there?
It's a fine dining.
Fine dining, okay.
Rooftop restaurant.
So
What's it
a
called?
lot of medium rare
Lamu.
meat.
Lamu.
Yeah.
What's that mean?
Lamu is an island in Kenya, just inspired by my wife, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The game.
Huh?
The game.
Yeah. So I'm gonna play a quick game with you, right? You have to pick one country. Or the question that I'm gonna ask you.
I have to pick one country.
Yes. Right. You can. It's optional. Give an explanation, but it has to be between 5 and 10 seconds.
What?
Don't hesitate. So when I ask you a question, you answer within the next second. So whatever comes to mind first. Okay. Round 1. The country in Africa with the most beautiful women.
Ethiopia.
The best dressed people in Africa.
Nigerians.
Nigerians.
Yeah.
The most
Nigerians.
welcoming country.
Malawi.
Serious? Okay. The country with the best energy or best vibes.
Whew.
Zambia.
No, it ain't.
Should I go for Nigeria again?
Yeah, you can, of course.
Yeah, Nigeria.
Nigeria's good vibes, eh?
Bro, you would love Nigeria, man.
Serious.
When it comes to vibes, you know what I would have chosen?
Which country?
Uganda.
Yeah. Uganda,
Especially their nightlife,
no, you should go for the Nyash.
of course.
You got yeah.
The most underrated country people sleep on.
Sao Tome and Principe.
Never heard of him?
That's off the west coast of Africa, right?
Yeah, it's inside the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean.
Atlantic Ocean, off the
Bro,
west coast.
it's a natural beauty, man. Like,
Serious.
We're sleeping on that.
100% on top,
People are sleeping on that.
bruh. Like 100%.
All right, cool. Round 2. Food. The best food in Africa, overall.
Ghana.
Country with the best street food.
Ghana.
One African dish that you could eat every day.
I think I'll go for Nshima.
What do you call it?
Yeah, I'll go for Nshima.
What do you call it in Ghana?
So happy.
I'll go for Nshima.
What do you
Nshima.
what do you call it in Ghana?
Huh?
What do you call Nshima in Ghana?
We don't
You guys have it, right?
Nah, we don't have. Like
You don't have Nshima in
we
Ghana?
have. You see, the different tribes, so we have Akpele and stuff, but it's not we're close. You know, like I've been here. Do you want me to explain? Like I've been here and I eat Nshima almost all the time, and I don't get tired of eating it.
No.
Even though I feel sleepy, I feel like it's a sleeping
Yeah,
tablet.
itis, yeah.
But then you see, you'll be eating and you don't get filled up. I don't know, like.
That makes Richard so happy
and
right
it-
now.
and it-
Wait, hold up. Is Zambia the first country that you've had Nshima?
You see, Nshima in Kenya they call it ugali, but it's so hard.
Right.
But Zambia Nshima is like soft and you're eating it hot.
Yeah, yeah.
So
yeah.
I think for me, I
South
prefer
Africa is there. It's called pap.
the pap, but it's too watery. Check
Yeah.
it out. Yeah,
Well,
it's
same,
like,
same with Botswana. I think Botswana as well.
like
yeah.
I love the Nshima here, man.
All right, cool. Most overrated African food.
Whew. But pane worms.
Ifishimu.
What is that?
We call it Ifshimu. Yeah.
Like
Country that surprised you the most with food.
surprised me. Nigeria.
Say a word.
Yeah. It's like every tribe in Nigeria got their own food, man.
Yeah.
It's insane.
All right, round 3. The most beautiful country in Africa.
South Africa. Yeah.
The best nightlife city in Africa.
Johannesburg.
Kampala for me.
Uganda really did something to you,
No,
eh?
yeah.
man.
The women. I can't trust me.
You need to see.
I
you
forget.
you need to.
No, you're right. I mean, yeah, you're right. But it's just that, like, when I was in Uganda, I was with my wife, so I couldn't go to any places. So I can't
So
talk
you
about
can't.
that.
Right.
Yeah.
Nah, I hear you.
Do you know, it's like, if my wife is not around, I get to see certain things, right? But when my wife is around, I'm a bit restricted. I can't go certain places. I'm just being honest with you. Like, I just see. And I always see.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on. The best country for a first-time visitor to Africa.
Ghana.
Okay.
Yeah.
And naturally, one country you would like to live outside Ghana.
Namibia.
Why?
I feel like Namibia got every African country present.
Not South Africa?
No. It's not safe in South Africa.
No, it's not.
Yes. So safety, I'll go for
Namibia?
Namibia.
Okay. Have you been robbed before?
In South Africa?
Wherever.
No, in
While you're
Brazil.
traveling. In Brazil?
Yeah.
Wait, what happened? Tell us
It's
that.
a gunpoint kind of like I've never talked about this by the way. So because I didn't want to scare people, so I went to Brazil. It was our
São
last
Paulo?
day. Sao Paulo.
Yeah.
Our last day entering the supermarket. I was so tasty, so I called like we're in an Uber. So I asked the Uber driver to stop by. Let me grab water in a supermarket. The moment I entered the supermarket, the robbers came with a gun. So they have an automatic locker where because it's like they're used to it. So the moment the robbers start coming in, they close the shop. I was locked up.
With the robbers.
in
With
there.
no, I was locked up. The robbers started robbing the guys that were just coming out. So I was the only one that entered to pick the water. So I was locked up together with the cashiers.
Also, you were in the shop.
I was in the shop and
And
my
they were
team were
outside.
outside. So my team, they were
got-
getting robbed. So I was stuck in there.
You honestly were a little happy, weren't you?
No, bro. How can you be happy when you're in a different country being robbed?
Oh, it wasn't you getting robbed.
Because I didn't know what was gonna happen. Because like everybody said, go down. So you have to lie on the floor. You don't know what's gonna happen. It was
that's
scary.
crazy.
It was really scary. And it
Yeah,
was my
but
last
we've
day in
heard
the
about
country.
Brazil.
Yeah.
The two things you know about Brazil: beautiful women and crime,
Yeah.
especially in the favelas.
Yeah, but it's a beautiful country, man.
It is. It is.
Very beautiful country.
Country with the best hidden gems.
Best
Hidden gems.
Lesotho.
Right.
Have you been to Lesotho?
I
haven't.
saw your video.
But I have seen those guys have like real snow.
Yeah, Lesotho.
You actually started your video by talking about how you felt like you were in Europe because of the terrain, the mountains, and the snow at the top.
I feel like Lesotho is an underrated country.
It's a country within a country.
Yeah, country within a country, perfect weather, perfect climate, everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Round number 4. Now you have to be really honest.
100%.
What is the most overhyped country in Africa?
Overhyped. Nigeria. Yeah. Nigeria.
Okay. The country with the biggest gap between perception and reality.
Perception and reality.
That has the biggest gap from what you hear about it and what's actually true.
Bro, never thought about that, man. Eritrea.
Eritrea. Yeah, you did
Eritrea,
mention that
yeah,
earlier.
Eritrea. I think, everyone is scared of going, but when you go there, it's pretty
different-
chill. Yeah,
just
it's
minus the
different vibe.
internet.
Yeah, smart.
Most misunderstood country in Africa.
Misunderstood. I feel like I've been talking about Nigeria a lot, man.
So you go back to Nigeria?
Yeah, I think the people in Nigeria don't represent the people out of Nigeria. The people in Nigeria don't represent the people out of Nigeria. So sometimes they go out there to hustle, create a different name, and then people assume that everyone in the country is just
It's like that.
yeah. But one of the best places that I've had the best time of my life is in Nigeria.
Like, for example, I know that if a Nigeria is to scam you, they most likely are outside Nigeria because the Nigerians inside hardly are scammers. The country that you had the most stupid question. One country that you would not want to rush back to.
Congo.
What happened? Bad experience?
Yeah, not bad experience. I feel like it's definitely the most corrupt African country I've ever visited.
Yeah, that's true.
From my arrival till I left, even when you arrive, they want you to pay money for arriving. When you're leaving, you have to pay money for leaving. Yeah, it's crazy. And the money that you're paying doesn't even reflect in the lives of the people. Yeah, it's a country that I personally I wish not to go back. Yeah.
You know another country that is not just as bad, but that you have to be careful how you move is Mozambique. Especially when it comes to flashing money. Because in Mozambique, they will take you, they kidnap, still, to this day and age.
Wow.
Speaking of the DRC, I have a friend of mine. You know the internet company that we've been trying to partner with?
Yeah.
The owner of that was taken in Congo.
Mr. T.
No, not him. So
No,
he's
the owner.
The owner.
All right. Okay.
So this guy goes there trying to set up an internet company.
Okay.
And from the time that he arrived at the airport, they were following him. So he goes to a hotel and he takes his boys out and he splashes like quite a lot of money. So he still wants to party all night and his team is tired. So they say, you know what? We're going to go back to the hotel. We'll check you out tomorrow. The guy goes, no, that's cool. So they leave. He goes into the bathroom. And as he's coming out, there's 4 guys waiting outside. They say his name. He says, yes. I said, let's go. And he knew exactly what was going on because they warned him, right? They get in a car, they drive, they get to this house, and there's a guy sitting there, and there were like 2 other white people, and they told him step by step everything that he did since he came into the country. And they told him that we know the level of investment that you want to do in this country. Unless right now you give us 40% of the money you're investing in, you ain't getting up.
That's crazy, man.
That wasn't Congo.
There's a darkness I feel every time
That's crazy.
Well,
I
you
mean,
speak
talk
about
about Congo. Yeah.
I love Congo, but I feel like the way Congo is being run is insane.
Dude,
bro.
even just driving through like Pedico Road from Copper Belt to Lapula, I just feel like something's gonna go wrong. You know what I mean?
And it's too Congo is too
huge,
big
yeah.
for even the president himself doesn't run the entire country. I don't know if you know this.
Yeah.
There's areas where he
Rebel leaders
doesn't that he doesn't run. Look, I had a lot more, but I think we've been running for quite a while.
Yeah. My last question though.
Yeah.
You're gonna travel to many other countries after this. What are you gonna tell people about Zambia? What have you seen here that's worth selling?
Like I said, Zambia is equals to the people. Because coming back to Zambia, I've seen a different perspective of Zambians. The people represent love. The people represent peace. And if you ask me about top 5 beautiful countries that I've ever been, natural beauty, Zambia will be top 5. Because wherever you find yourself, the country finds its way to surprise you. I mean, if you live in a country, you might not see it. I can even tell you something that probably you are not aware of. Check your capital city. The entire capital city is under trees.
Mm.
The capital city, Lusaka,
Didn't think about that.
it's under trees. It's a city under trees.
Yeah.
Have you been to Ghana? We cut our trees everywhere. Like it's so beautiful to see that like your skies are like blue. You might you see it every day, so you're not. But I travel a lot, so I know what I'm talking about. You go to New York, it's a concrete jungle.
No trees.
Walking here, every corner you see trees. That is a real representation of what the people of the country. And I just want to let you all know that you got a beautiful country, and it's about time for you all to be ambassadors of your countries. The country is not perfect. No African country is perfect. But whatever perfect country that you're looking for, they start with you. You have to build the Zambia you want to see. No one can build Zambia for you.
What would you change though about Zambia?
What would I change?
What would you change if you had the power to?
I think the leaders need to represent the people than representing themselves. That's it. And
Another-
it's cut across the entire Africa.
Another thing I think you would change is the names of many things in this country that are still under using colonial names, like the falls itself. You mentioned it, yeah.
There's nothing Victoria about it.
Yeah, exactly.
I think one thing that I have seen is Zambians still love to celebrate the colonial master. Because we are a Christian nation, blah, blah, blah. And I think you got to be intentional. You see, Dr. Kenneth Kaunda, stayed in power for 20-something years,
27.
right? Will you compare what he built in the past 27 years to the leaders that have been coming after him? He built your biggest dam. Just compare, right? But we made him look like a bad. Like at some point, the people had to rise up. Like, hey, we don't want you to lead us again.
Right.
But just look at your surroundings. Since he left, the people that followed have they been able to build anything? But this is the guy that when you go to Livingston,
Nothing
you
speaks
have
about him.
Livingston statue
David Livingstone statue. Yeah.
as big as the one in the falls, and you put the guy who gained independence and built the Zambia that you know now head at one corner. That if you don't even pay attention, you won't know. And this is a museum. Like I'm not here to try to be like this is nothing Pan-Africanism. This is common sense. And you have to start now. Like you have to see. Let me tell you, you went to Ghana, the airport. It was named after the guy who overthrown Kwame Nkrumah. The airport was named after the guy who did the coup against Nkrumah. He was honored for killing, taking away Nkrumah, right? Today, we've changed the name of the airport.
To Nkrumah?
To Accra International Airport. Do you understand the intentionality about the way you do things?
Yeah.
And that is what, if you want to decolonize a country, you start from somewhere. You
start in the mind, to be honest. Start in the mind.
Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I made a comment, and I see in the comment section people were trying. I'm like, I'm not here to change things for you, but I'm just telling you things that you don't want to hear.
Like, why did we officially go with Mosotunya?
Why not? Because you see, even our ancestors that named the falls Mosi Otunya understood how the falls work.
The smoke that thunders.
The smoke that thunders. So how do you call it Victoria? And you know what people are saying? They say, oh, it's Victoria because you have to call it Victoria to be known among white people. Who
Queen
cares?
Victoria.
Who cares? Bro, it's one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. Whether you like it or whether it's called Mosi Otunya, whether it's called Shutu something, you come and still, because there are people that are trapped.
Still.
It's the world's largest waterfall. Whatever name you give it,
people will still come.
People will still come for it. And we've had leaders and leaders after leaders, and they're still saying, they're still keeping the colonial names. And listen, I mean,
I think if anybody can do it, Haka Indeshilema can.
Do what?
Change the name.
No, just celebrate.
Bali will fix it.
Celebrate the people. I mean, celebrate the people.
Bali will fix it.
No, I absolutely agree with you.
Yeah.
And I've said this over and over again about how we sort of look to the West, not only for approval, but for style,
funding,
what we think entertainment is. I remember when, I don't know if it was Omarion that was performing, and I don't know if it was Sheffy that wanted to be paid. I hope I'm not lying about this. Just as much as Omarion was being paid.
Slap D did the same as well.
And do you know the people that gave him the most backlash? Zambians.
Yeah.
And to be honest,
yeah.
I have seen, there's an artist from Zimbabwe called Winky D.
Yeah.
I have seen several shows. Beanie Man was in Zimbabwe. Sean Paul was in Zim. These are different concerts. Winky D would perform before these people. The second that he was done, half the people left. Half the people left.
I remember
in Zambia, people actually, the crowd grows bigger when the international act is about to perform. That's when they come closer to the stage, when the international act goes on stage.
DJ.
Yeah.
Right?
We see that.
I think it's all mindset. It's time for us to celebrate our own. I'm very intentional about it. Like, if you check, I celebrate my people. I would choose, if you ask me, if I'm Zambian, I would choose your maps over anyone, any day. Like in Ghana, I celebrate Shatawale all the time from all my platforms. I don't care. He's a Ghanaian, and I need to celebrate him.
Which one is his camera? Please look into that. We would want to create a subscriber push.
No, he has said he's going to post about it, actually.
Yes, but we need a clip that he talks about that we'll cut and play over and over again.
For the first time in his life, Gob is going to cut it.
Yeah, so there's your camera right there.
To follow, like, and subscribe. This
Yeah.
podcast.
That's that podcast.
Z Podcast.
That's
That's-
it, podcast.
Right there. The name is right there.
That's it, podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. You good? Which one? This.
Yeah, boy.
All right. What's up, beautiful people? This is your boy Wodemaya right here with That Z Podcast, and I'm here to tell you that why have you not subscribed yet? Come on, you know how we do it. It's always by fault to support African creators, and if I'm here sitting in here, just do justice by subscribing to the YouTube channel. And you know what? You are the best. Thank you.
The link is there.
They will subscribe. Don't worry.
Yeah, you're putting the link there.
The link is in the comment section or in the description.
And that's, whatever you're going to put on Facebook.
Good.
This is incredible.
God will
To
chop it
not dilute this, this was an incredible episode. We need to close it off here.
Yep.
That was incredible, my man.
May
you
you
so much.
continue being Africa's brand ambassador.
Thank you. I appreciate
And may
it.
God bless you
We,
with
we
more years,
greatly,
bro.
we greatly appreciate
More
this.
years, more energy, more money
Thank
to
you.
continue doing
Thank
what you're doing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
But I'll be happy if Zambians start supporting your own.
Yeah.
Start supporting the dreams, not the success. It's very important.
From your mouth to God's ears. How long did we run for?
Till the next episode, have a lovely day.